Good morning, and great to be here today with you here at the Regent. I'm so excited to introduce to you a couple of really great guys. One is Pedro from Aleda's Kitchen, and he's the executive chef there. And he's going to tell you all the great things that he does there and let you sort of see how they make some of the amazing food. We're also going to talk to Joe Williams with Victory Credit and Funding Solutions, and he's going to tell you about how to maybe change some of those things in your finances and possibly give you some ideas of some things you can do, and also some services he can provide to help you get through some of those things himself. So it's going to be an awesome day today, and I'm so glad you could join us. It's a great day at the Regent for you to be with us.
Welcome to Aleda's Kitchen. Come and enjoy the best of the Latin cuisine in Brandon, Florida. Our menu is based on the principles of using high-quality ingredients, freshly cooked with care and attention. Open every day for lunch and dinner. Our warm and professional staff is waiting for you at Aleda's Kitchen. Aleda's Kitchen is located at 528 Oakville Drive, Brandon, Florida. Call us now at 813-330-7469.
The Zregent family to Aleda's Kitchen. My name is Pedro Russo, and I am the executive chef of Aleda's Kitchen. Passion for cooking started when I was just 12, 13 years old, and my mom wanted to teach me how to cook because she was actually living to the United States, and I was going to be by myself in the house because she didn't want me to go no friends, family, or no family members. She just wanted me to be home and take care of myself, and the first thing she wanted me to do is just how to cook. I always wanted to cook anyway, and since I was a little kid, I prepared my own mofongos, and nobody was supposed to touch that. So that's how everything started. Everything changed from me cooking for myself or close family members to the public. Because people usually tells me that everything was good, but I always wanted to have my own place, my own restaurant, and finally I got it. But everything was changed in 2014 when I was having a hard time in my former job. And I was on a trip in Colombia, and I was in the small town of Guatapé, that's in Medellin, Colombia. And I saw this beautiful town, and I wanted to actually put a small restaurant there. But that's when I decided that I was going to go for a culinary school. And I decided that I was going to put my own restaurant. And that's how everything started. I liked when people enjoy my food. I'm not for the compliment, but I am for the pleasure of seeing somebody eating your food. I still do not believe that I'm cooking and my plates are going out and people liked it. People enjoy my food, and that goes to my heart. So why Tampa? Why Florida in general? I was fed up. I was tired of the pace in New York. I was tired of working in an office. So I was working for this large company, and I was tired of commute, the noise, the city in general. I was so tired of that I decided to go someplace warmer and too warmer and slow pace. Although now I miss a little bit of the movement of everybody around. I'm not used to it, to be in a place where everything is a car. I like to see people walking. I walk every day to work because I love to feel that. So nothing, and we just came here And I saw a few places in Melbourne where my sister lives, and we saw places in Clearwater. But Brandon was a little different. It reminded me a little bit of Long Island, New York, even though it's not New York City. But it has more or less the traffic, at least the traffic, a lot of, how do you say it, commerce, a lot of movement, stores, people. You don't see them walking, but at least you see them in cars and you see the traffic, and that reminds me a little bit of Long Island. And we saw this place. It was very nice, nice and quiet area. It was perfect, I think, for a restaurant, not the regular on the middle of the busy street. Something cozy, something different for the area, because I was looking for something like that here in Brandon or in Florida. That I didn't see it, like mom and pop's restaurant like in New York. So I wanted to be, I don't know, to introduce that a little bit here. It's in the neighborhood, it's not downtown, but it's here in town, in Brandon. How the concept of two cuisines? Well, my business partner, Fabian, he's from Colombia, and I'm Dominican, and we decided to go for it. He's an accountant. I'm in the kitchen. He always works in restaurant. I worked a few times in restaurants. I did my externship in a very nice restaurant in New York. And hey, he works the front, I work the back of the house. And I think that's the most important stuff, to have people you trust in the front, and of course people you trust in the back. So that makes it a great team. We work together, we have a little fights. He wants something faster, but with me, have to take his time, so food can come out always nice and presentable and tasty. If the sauce is breaking, it's not going out. So that's one of the most important stuff. The menu, it was a constant fight because I was scared. I was afraid. Too much stuff in the menu means a lot of work. And Fabian wants to have all the Colombian dishes. I'm not preparing everything Colombian. So we have to have half and half. So we just came up with a few Colombian dishes at the end, a few Dominican dishes at the end, and even mofongos are Puerto Rican, they're in there. So we finally made the menu. Although we have to change it right away because too much work. And at the end, we finally we agree in the dishes. We selected the best, or the best of our what we think is better for us. It's better to have always dishes that people really are going to enjoy, instead of having 20 dishes that always going to be okay. Remember, too much dishes in the kitchen means too much work. My favorite dish in the kitchen is actually stew. I like the oxtail. I like the goat. I like the stew. I like the stew in general, but my favorite is the oxtail. It's my favorite stuff to do. It's very, I don't know, you have to really put a lot into it. Passion, not work, because I don't consider kitchen a work. Work, it's a passion, and I enjoy to do it. Once you have all these flavors together, I think it's worth eating it. I have in the kitchen if you want to see it. I'm not going to show you how to make it, but I can show you how it's done. I can show you actually how it's going to be presented. So here we are in the kitchen where everything happens, and I'm going to show you a sneak peek of the oxtail, or rabo encendido, like Dominicans call it, okay? There we go. Heavy and huge, hot. Nice. Just like that. And then here we are. still sizzling, it's still boiling. Could be a little bit soft by now, but it still needs more time. So that's it. Here we are. The oxtail, just like this one, is one of the many dishes that you can enjoy here at Aleda's Kitchen. We have the goat or chivo. We have el pollo guisado that I haven't talked about it, but this is pollo guisado from Dominican Republic. It's the best, I think. Every Thursday. It was a pleasure to have you here in my kitchen at Aleda's Kitchen. Until next time, I will be enjoying this. Goodbye.
Welcome to Aleda's Kitchen. Come and enjoy the best of the Latin cuisine in Brandon, Florida. Our menu is based on the principles of using high-quality ingredients, freshly cooked with care and attention. Open every day for lunch and dinner. Our warm and professional staff is waiting for you at Aleda's Kitchen. Aleda's Kitchen is located at 528 Oakville Drive, Brandon, Florida. Call us now at 813-330-7469.
It's sort of a scary time in our world right now. You may be experiencing it directly, or you may be watching it from afar, but still have a little bit of anxiety about some of those things that are going on. We're there with you. I don't know if you can see behind me, but it's pretty empty in this place. It's a place where people gather, and as these politicians and these government officials go on TV and start talking about how we should not crowd or gather, it's affecting us as well as those in our community and around us. And it's an amazing time for us also to start looking at one another and start seeing how we can help, or how we, sort of helping sometimes is staying away. So it's trying to figure out where we fit into this weird, new, crazy place that we're in, and how those things are affecting our life, affecting those around us. Us here at the Regent, we've tried to make sure that we can be there for our brides and the people who are having their events here. We know that their day is special, and we know that they put a lot of thought, efforts, and resources into that. And it's very important that we make sure that they can still see the future of that event happening. But, as the gathering bans and things have happened, we've had to reschedule, redirect, and move them into a different place. And so doing that in a gentle way and walking next to them, taking all their fears as far as we can away, no thinking if it's going to happen or not, we can help them by just being here and giving them options. And so that's what we're doing here at the Regent. We're helping our clients understand that everything's going to be okay. We're just in a little place where we're going to have to take a pause. And so taking a pause sometimes is very important, and being able to look around and look at the things that are most important. Some of them are going to have to reshuffle their deck. They don't necessarily get the same day. If they're having the wedding originally on a Saturday, they may be on a Thursday now because, we're so booked up. But understanding that they still get to have that moment, and at the end, their goal is met. They get to marry that special person in their life, and they also, some of the others get to have those fundraisers and different things that they're bringing people into, but not harming them or putting them in risk of getting a major health issue from it. So we're here just trying to make sure that we can keep everybody in a calm and easy place, because that's the only thing we can do. If we get really wound up and anxious about everything right now, it can affect us, not only just our business, but mentally and physically and the whole 9 yards. So getting worked up about things is not necessarily going to help us, not in a time like this when we can't do anything about it. You may be feeling a little anxious and you're not even going out to some of these events and things. Well, it's understandable. It's, something that could come into our house and we don't even know it. It can come on a piece of mail. It can come in a lot of different forms. We could be at the grocery store and get it off a shopping cart. It's affecting our everyday life and the way that we react to things and the way that we do things. And so understanding how to gather ourselves and look at everything in a wise way, using wisdom and knowledge as we walk forward, and how to address things in a much better way. So how do we do that? Well, we look at the things that we can change and the things that we can't. If there are things like going out and doing things that aren't necessary right now, that's something we can change. We cannot do that. But if it's something we can't change, like, we have to go to the doctor, or we need to go and get food because otherwise we're going to starve to death, those things we have to then address in a knowledgeable way, in a wise way, and make the best choices for us. Go to the places at a weird time that maybe isn't as packed out, or doesn't have as many people. We can also look at maybe going to a store that's sort of out of the way and not in more suburban and clustered places. There's a lot of ways that we can make choices to still make ourselves safer. And the thing is we all are smart enough to do it. You're smart enough to do it. Take a deep breath and just move forward in a calm and just, smart way. It's going to be all right. We're going to be okay on the other side of this. Maybe this is a way that you get to see how the best way is to address or to help your neighbor. Maybe going into your community in a thoughtful way that, it's important, things that you've never got to think about before. But guess what? There's a lot of companies that aren't working right now. There's a lot of fast food restaurants we can't go to right now. There's a lot of places that our busy life can't make us more busy. So the great thing is a moment of rest, a moment to pause. So in our world right now, this great moment to pause maybe happened when it did for a reason. So start trying to find your reason. Start trying to think, hey, I paused for this. I get to look over here. I get to read that book I've been putting on the table all this time. I get to make a phone call to my mom and dad. I get to spend a little time with my sister. We can FaceTime if we don't feel comfortable being in their space right now. There's a lot of ways that we can use this time to pause for the betterment of ourselves. It also is a great time to shut the world out a little bit, breathe, and reorganize ourselves. Get to that new place, refocus, sort of say, hey, when we hit pause, we can wait till we're ready to push play again. It's a great time to sort of look inside, figure things out, and reshuffle the deck. So why don't we use that time? Why don't we look at that time and we move forward in a much more thoughtful way? Also, let's be kind to one another as we're out there. There's been a lot of fights over weird things like general using kind of things like toilet paper. All the jokes and memes on Facebook, we sit and laugh at them sometimes, but there's just something inside of us going, oh my God, what if I can't get toilet paper? The anxiety that comes from even the humor of the things that are going on right now. We all probably were laughing a few weeks ago about the coronavirus coming in and affecting us. Yet here we are on pause. And it's not a bad thing always. Here at the Regent, it's not a revenue coming in for about 4 weeks, and that's a little scary. But long as we know that, people still know that we're here for them and that we're willing to step up if they need us, we're still here. We're still functioning. We're still operating in the back of the house kind of ways. We're not front and foremost maybe right now. You're not having your gatherings right here. You're not crowding the area, the space with all your people, but we're still here. We're still part of the heartbeat of this community, and guess what? The heart is still beating, and we're gonna be okay, and things are gonna be all right. We just gotta stop, breathe, pause, rest, recalibrate, and move forward. And isn't it probably a good idea every once in a while to do that anyways? It's like we're getting forced to do it right now, but take advantage of it. Take the moment, breathe in the air, and just enjoy what you can focus on right now and the things that you couldn't focus on. Because how many times have we said, I'm sorry, I'm too busy to do that? How many times do we make that an excuse in our life is, I can't go, I'm sorry, I'm too busy. Well, guess what? In this pausing moment, it's sort of not an excuse. So we get to go and do those things that are, the things that we don't have time for. We get to sit with 1 or 2 friends, I guess under 10, but, it's the way that things are. But what intimate moments we get to have with those people that we love and care about, giving them that time that is theirs because, we have it to give right now. It's like having a coupon book that you never got to go buy the product because you could never get to the store. So all of a sudden you can start cashing those things in, getting those moments, having those experiences, breathe and pausing together, recalibrating, reshuffling the deck. There's a lot of ways to put it. But in the end, it's just giving us that moment to think about things in a different way, not have anxiety moving forward, and to change the little things because that's what's important. That teenager that you don't ever get to really have much time to talk to and say what's going on other than at the dinner table? This is a really great time to say, hey, what's going on with you? What's happening in your life? Tell me what's really going on. It's also a great time for that spouse who's running 500 miles an hour like you, that you're just passing in the night. You're never getting those special little moments together. This gives you the opportunity to have those sweet, special little moments with them. And watching your smaller children, learn to do things and the things that we really don't get to capture in our everyday life because of how busy we are. This is the time. These are the moments. This is a gift. This is a time given to us to have those special little moments with our family members that we don't really get to spend that much time with. Isn't it funny that the people that we spend the most time with are those at work who really, in the end of time, are not going to be the ones that we have the most special relationships with, but yet that's who's getting most of our time. So we get the opportunity to recalibrate that a little bit and have a little bit of time with those who are the most dear to us, the special ones, the ones that we love. So use this pause time for that. Recalibrate those relationships that are in our home with the people that we love, with our dogs and our animals that we have that we just, we don't get to see them all day long. So they're going to be excited that you're home right now. So, let's use this time to reignite those special moments, those special relationships at home.
Life with good credit. Hi, my name is Joe Williams with Victory Credit and Funding Solutions. Today I want to share with you why life with good credit is the way to live. Many people believe they want to be financially rich, but what many don't realize is that their fantasy life has less to do with being rich and more to do with having good credit. A Mercedes-Benz is a great symbol of car luxury. Many dream of having the opportunity to own one. In their dreams, they fantasize about being rich and driving a Benz. With good credit, a brand new Benz can cost $326 a month. Even a luxury home can be financed for less than $1,000 a month. The secret to wealth in many cases has less to do with being rich and more to do with credit quality. Even a crazy dream like walking into a store and buying whatever you want or buying a car on your credit can be reached if you have good credit. And even if you are not wealthy, good credit won't stand in the way of getting a good job or getting approved for new credit at 0% interest rates. Good credit makes living the American dream of home ownership a reality. It even makes driving a Corvette or a Harley Davidson practical. Credit lines are issued to consumers based on their credit quality. With good credit, it is common for consumers to receive credit lines and credit cards for $10,000 or more. In many cases, the interest on those credit cards is also less than 3%, making them ideal for many situations, especially emergencies. Good credit creates peace of mind for this reason. Let me tell you a lender's secret. Good credit clients in most businesses are treated better than those with credit issues. Auto dealers, banks, mortgage companies may not try to, but in most, they do treat good credit customers as superior. I don't agree with this at all, but it happens in the world of finance. Good credit customers are offered better deals than those with credit issues. The main reason is that good credit buyers are stereotyped as smart, intellectual, educated people who do their research, and will leave in a minute if they think they're being taken advantage of. So this fear has most sales managers coddling good credit prospects in today's society. Good credit is like being rich. When you have it, you are treated better. You can spend more and pay less, and you can absolutely afford to have the life of your dreams. Good credit is the hidden secret of life. Take charge of your credit future. Call us at Victory Credit and Funding Solutions now.
a great day here at the Regent, and I'm so glad that you got to be part of it with us today. Just remember, don't let anxiety get to you. We're going to get through all this. We thank Joe for coming with us today and showing us how we can fix those financial things that are sort of running amok sometimes, and that, you know, there are solutions like fixing our credit and finding those other financial solutions in our life. And then that amazing oxtail that Pedro was showing us and how he makes it and those special little touches he puts into it. Oh, that looks so delicious. I'm so glad that you can be with us here. And in this time, it's the best time for us all to get together and support one another and be an amazing community like we were always meant to be. And so I'm so excited to be part of your community and you to be part of mine. See you next time at the Regent. Bye, Shannon.